Hi, my name is Tony and today I'll show you how to make a leather cap just like this one. Classic design with an adjustable strap at the back. It's gonna be a super easy build. So let's go ahead, download the pattern and get started. There are 3 sizes to pick from. Small for kids and teens, a medium size like mine for people with regular sized heads, and large for people with a head circumference over 62 centimeters. You're gonna need a little bit of leather, and I'm gonna be using this 5 ounces chrome tan leather Crazy Horse for the front panel and for the visor, and some of this perforated 4 ounces chrome tan for the back panel and the underpiece of the visor. Become a Diesel Punk Grow channel member and get 2 different leather working patterns every month. Watch our live build along sessions whenever you want and proudly show your very own Diesel Punk Grow badge every time you post a comment. Click that join button and unlock all of these exclusive perks right now. Once you printed the pattern, I strongly recommend you check that it printed at correct size. We have several real size measurements here. You can use, this will ensure your hat will come out at the intended size. There are a few pieces that make up the hat. There's only one piece that's spread over 2 pages. So we're gonna cut here, we're gonna cut here, we're gonna paste them together, and every other piece will be on its own, fit on a single page. All right, so let's go ahead and cut them out of the paper, and then we're gonna have the paper patterns we need in order to cut the leather. There are 6 panels making up this hat, okay? 4 of them are identical. The 2 at the back are mirrored just like this. You will notice they have a lot of holes around the edges. You can go ahead and punch every single stitching hole individually in case you don't have a multi-pronged puncher like I do. But if you do, you can do just like me, because I'm only gonna punch the holes at the bottom here. These guys right here. I'm gonna leave these unpunched again because I got one of these. You should really watch the entire video before you start your build. Trust me, it will all make sense. I'm gonna use paper masking tape to firmly place my paper pattern onto the leather, just like that. And again, I'm gonna start punching the stitching holes, but I'm only gonna do this bottom row. And of course, this round one here for the ventilation. Never punch holes straight on your cutting surface. Use special high density plastic boards, the ones chefs use in the kitchen. And I'm gonna use my single hole puncher, 1.5 millimeters from Brooks. If you want this exact tool, I'm gonna leave a link for you down in the video description. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and cut along the black lines. There you go. I'm gonna cut 2 of these out of this material, and the other 4 panels, including the one on the back, I'm gonna use this material. So I have 6 eyelets right here, which we're gonna use to cap these ventilation holes. And I'll be using this hand press to do just that. So we have all the panels that make up the crown. We can now stitch them together, and I'm gonna start with the front, okay? With these two pieces. We're gonna join them along the edge using a 3-line stitch, okay? And the way we're gonna do it, we're gonna align the two panels on the outside with the flesh side out, and we're gonna do the stitch right here. And I'm actually gonna go right ahead and mark the stitching line starting from the corner here ending into this corner here. And I'm only gonna do this on one side, okay? I'm gonna use a couple of paper clips to make sure these are perfectly aligned. I'm gonna grab my punching board, and I'm actually gonna use this stitching prong with a 5mm spacing, because I want a smaller spacing than usual on these lines. And I will simply punch all along the stitching line here. So for this particular middle stitch, I will use 0.8mm wax thread that is brown in color, so you won't really see it. Simple saddle stitch all the way to the end here. Easy stuff, nothing you haven't done before. As I do when I reach the end of every stitching line, I go backwards once, I trim the end of the thread and melt it off, just like that. Now for the second stage of this stitch, we're gonna have to is first apply a little bit of cement glue along here and along here. Okay, leave it on the side a little bit, maybe a couple of minutes, so the glue dries a little bit, and then we're gonna fold it neatly and hammer it down. Take your time with this next step, no need to rush things, and spread these edges along this line here till they make contact with the other side, and then you can force them down using a hammer. Once you flatten those two edges, you can turn it on this side and then use a compass to draw the other two stitching lines. And with the stitching lines marked, use your chisels once again to punch the stitching holes through both pieces of leather. And for the two parallel stitching lines, I will be using a lighter thread because I want the stitching to pop. I want this 3-stitch line to look amazing, and the lighter thread will help with that. Just wait and see. Once you've finished the other two stitching lines, you get this beautiful French stitch right here. And don't forget, you have the other 4 pieces that make up the crown. So have at it, attach them exactly the same way you joined the first 2. The last stitch here at the back, and we're done with the crown. And I have to say, after making this without the pre-punched holes, I definitely recommend you follow the pattern and punch every single hole on these panels. Even though it may not look like it, it will save you a lot of time trying to align this and punch the holes through both pieces at the same time. Yeah, so if I were to make this again, I would definitely go with all the holes pre-punched. After you finish all the 6 stitches, all we have to do with this piece is fold these sides here and stitch along here, so we hide the edge here.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need.
And then place a cap on top here with a rivet.
Agree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone.
And we're gonna be good to go with this particular piece. For the closing strap at the back here, I want to use the same color, same leather, but this is a bit too thin. No worries, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of glue and double the leather. Doubling the leather is basically gluing 2 pieces of leather together. It can be the same leather, it can be something else. That's how you get a nice back. That's how you can line something, and that's how you can get stronger leather, which is what I'm after in our situation.
Someday soon, I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it.
I'm gonna let this set for a few hours, and then I'm just gonna punch the holes and cut the strap out.
I'm gonna try, gonna try, gonna try. Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not.
I'm also gonna go the extra mile and paint the edges for the strap, and also do a stitching line all around the edges. Make sure it won't peel off later. Okay, so we finished with the crown. We're gonna put it on this mannequin head here and move it on the side, because we have to start on the bill, on the visor. The bill is made up of 3 parts. The top, which I made from the same leather as the front panels, some sort of a cardboard or plastic sheet that's rather rigid, and the bottom, which I used the same leather for as the back for panels. All right, and we're gonna glue these together first, and then we're gonna glue this on top, and then we're gonna do the inside stitching. About that, you will notice the pattern has way more holes than my top piece. Okay, I've only punched these holes here, which are the most important, and I will do these after I stitch everything together.
Is every ocean colors rain? I know my circles, I know my name. Another sequel is on the way. Oh, oh, my love, we fall and rise to be so free. In time, we seize infinity.
Now I'm actually going to take a photocopy of the piece we were working on. Let's make it color. All right. And I'm gonna use this page to do another piece exactly inside the folded edges that I will apply in there to get a uniform area and of course add a little bit more rigidity to the build. Note I will cut exactly on the inside here and hopefully we'll get a piece that fits in there perfectly. Let's see how well it fits. All right, looks like we got a winner. Perfect. I'm gonna glue this in and after that we're gonna glue it to the top. Now when we attach these two pieces together, this will be behind the stitching row here and all the way to the edge. Please take your time, you only have one chance at this. We're gonna make sure that glue holds, leave it a couple of hours, and then we'll get to the stitching lines here at the top. Now we're gonna go ahead and do all these stitching lines here. And I'm gonna use my compass for that. First, I will do the stitching line closest to the edge, and then I will do the other 4 inside ones by gradually adjusting my compass. How many you're gonna make, it's entirely up to you. I'll do the outside one and I'll do 4 inside ones, just like on the pattern. Once again, if you don't have a multi-prong that will allow you to do all these stitching holes, you can use the pattern and pre-punch everything one hole at a time. Only 20 of them, so who cares? Around corners, obviously, you're gonna need a single or a double stitching prong like this guy here. And like I was saying, 20 holes later, we can go ahead and do all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitching lines. After you've finished all the stitches, you can go ahead and cut this large sweatband, let's just call it that. And we're gonna attach all of these 3 together to finish the hat. After you finish the stitch, simply fold it inwards. And lastly, we're gonna attach this closing strap at the back here. We're gonna attach it by using 2 rivets here. And of course the holes will be marked on the pattern. And here we're gonna set this little sun brown button, which we will stitch over there, and cut a little bit of a opening here for the end of the strap to slide into. Again, all these stitching holes and the slit will be clearly marked on the pattern. After you attach the strap at the back and the sun brown button, you can use these stitching holes here to close the ends here. Now that I have to do this stitch, I'm thinking the best way to go about it is unstitch this one that I've done a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna redo the stitch, adding this to the mix as well.
I get tired just thinking about you. Waste too much time with you on my mind. I just wanna call you. Please stay on the line so
I recommend you cut a little tag with your logo and you place it right in front here, because you should definitely put your logo on everything you make. All right, this is it. We have a finished cap, and you're gonna witness me wear it for the first time. What do you think? Huh? Pretty cool. Now go download the patterns and make your own cap, or make it for your clients. This right here is a moneymaker because everybody likes these kind of caps. Thank you so much for watching our tutorial. I would appreciate if you would just like and subscribe to our channel. And if you're gonna click that little bell button right there, next time I'm gonna publish a tutorial, you're gonna be the first one to know. I'm out of here. Thank you again for watching.